Kenny Christopher, independent candidate for the Sheriff's Office in Benton County. I'll speak to you just a minute. This is my second video that I've put out, and I want to keep touching on points that I think the people in Benton County are most interested in. As I've been out visiting with people around the county, and I am enjoying doing that, I'm getting a lot of different views from things that people seem to be interested in. One of the main things that I think people are interested in is they want to know if we're going to be able to stay within our budget, and I understand why they would want to know that. It's your tax dollars, and it should be spent wisely. I have looked over the budget, and it's tremendous. It does take a lot of money to operate and operate efficiently. I believe I can stay within our budget and do that, and the more I look at it, the more I find places where there is waste. The more I find that there's places where money just simply needs to be moved from one area to the other. One of the things that I am seeing is that we have a lot of waste that I feel like is in the jail. Now, we do have to stay within state requirements, but we don't have to overdo it. I believe if someone's incarcerated, that they need to be treated fairly. If you take away a person's freedom and they are locked up, they should be treated within the limits of the law. I just don't think we should overextend that, not at the cost of the taxpayers. We have a very efficient staff in the jail, and the jail is a big part of the Sheriff's Department's budget. It's almost half. The people that work in the jail do a very good job. They do a very good job, especially to not be offered any more training than what they're offered. We have people there that have not met state requirements, and I think that's one of the things that gets us into the situations that we seem to be getting into. There may be reasons for that, but I think if other counties can cover their requirements, meet state requirements, we also should be able to do the same, and I think the state government would think that too. I'd like to say something about the deputies also that we have in this county. We probably have as good of deputies as there is anywhere in the state. I've worked with all of them. I've worked with some of them the entire time that I've been here. They're very efficient, they're very caring people, and they want to do a good job for the county. All of the officers that I know, and I know all of them personally, they would love to have more training, but training's not being made available to them. It should be in the budget so that we can keep up with the needs of the people and the requirements of the state, and simply for the safety of the people in Benton County. Our deputies are very dedicated, and I feel like every one of them does a very good job, and I'm proud to say that each one of them is not only a co-worker, but I feel like a friend. I would like to see that our morale is brought up in this department, as I spoke about in an earlier video, because if morale was brought forward, I feel like our men will dedicate themselves even more than what they already are. When you get into dispatch area, we have as good a dispatchers as there is anywhere. I would put them up against anybody. If they had a little more training also, I feel like they'd be top of the line. We deserve that in Benton County. We have some of the finest people in the entire world, I feel like, right here in Benton County. And they want to serve, and I think if you've ever called and dealt with your dispatchers, you'll find that they're very courteous, very efficient. They're going to make mistakes just like anyone else does. I make mistakes, they make mistakes, our jailers make mistakes. Our deputies out here on a daily basis, we're not human if we don't, and that's the first thing, we're all human. I also want to talk to you just a little bit about this situation that we have as at this time we have two dispatchers on, and I'm getting a lot of concern from the people in the county that they're hearing that we may be trying to cut back to one dispatcher. I've been in that dispatch office many times on a daily basis, and there's absolutely no way that one dispatcher nowadays, with the requirements that they have and the duties and responsibilities, that they can possibly do this job. The dispatchers also are helping to keep us, by having two dispatchers, they keep our ISO ratings so that it doesn't cost us in the county. Our insurance rates on our home, because our dispatchers carry our fire department, ambulance service, sheriff's department, EMS, is a very big part of this. And when they are trying to do all of this, our ISO ratings would drop. And if they do, it's going to cost each individual in this county money on their insurance on their homes. And we don't want to see that happen. Plus the safety of the men of the fire department, ambulance service, not to forget our rescue squad. They're very important to us. When they're on scene, that's our lifeline of communications, and I would like to see us keep that at the highest possible standards.